Started, if you could please wander in this direction, we'd appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Greg Taylor with Phoenix Properties. I'm one of the co-MCs for the event today. If we could have everyone gather around, we'd like to get started. Again, welcome to the Exchange ceremonial groundbreaking. As you can see, we've already broken some ground over the last few weeks, but we appreciate you all coming out, and we wanted to welcome you here to downtown Kalamazoo on pretty much a perfect day for the spring here in Kalamazoo. Again, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the principal with Phoenix Properties, one of the co-developers on this project. The other co-developer is PlazaCorp, and the co-MC with me is going to be Andy Wenzel. Over here. Thanks, Andy. Andy and I have been working together on this along with Jeff Nicholson and Archie Leach and the other staff at PlazaCorp for the last couple of years. A lot of you know a fair amount about this project, but given my long involvement with the project, I've been asked to say a few words. Andy, is there anything you'd like to say before I describe the project? Just to give you a little bit of an overview of the project, which I'll do in just a minute. I've forgotten my notes already. I wanted to recognize and acknowledge a lot of folks that are here today that are going to participate in this, that I want to recognize and introduce. And then later, many of these people will be speaking later in the program. I'd like to recognize Mayor Bobby Hopewell from the City of Kalamazoo, who's here. Thank you, Bobby. Congressman Fred Upton, who's here today joining us. Thank you, Fred. Ann Armstrong Cusack, who's here representing Governor Snyder's Office of Urban Initiatives. Hi, Ann. Thank you. Joyce Yoon, who's here representing Senator Margaret O'Brien's office. Margaret couldn't be with us today. She's at the funeral, but thank you, Joyce, for joining us. Peter Ross Dickow with West Michigan Region Director for U.S. Senator Gary Peters' office. Peter. State Representative John Hoadley, whose district this is in, who's here today. State House Representative Brandt Iden, who has been a strong supporter of the project. Thank you for being here, Brandt. Sarah Renero and Emily Petz with MEDC, who have been strong supporters of the project. Thank you for being here today, Sarah and Emily. And finally, I'd also like to introduce Perry Wolf, the president of Chemical Bank, who's here today. Chemical's the lead lender on this project, and so thank you, Perry, for coming by. Andy, have I forgotten to introduce anyone? Good. Okay, thank you. All right, now into the project history and statistics. Again, this project, which has been on the boards for longer than I'd like to admit, is really a team effort, and there's been just countless team players that have been involved in making it happen. The project that's going to be built here, which was originally with a smaller project, a less expensive project, has been expanded to a 15-story mixed-use facility, and we're pretty much going to use every inch of this site and go as vertical as we can on the project. It's going to have a total of about 340,000 square feet of space, a little over 60,000 square feet of office and retail space, a little over 130 luxury upscale apartment projects on the 8th through the 14th floor. And we'll also have over 300 enclosed parking spaces on this project, which is key to making the other uses work on this urban centralized site. The project represents the first high-rise apartment tower in downtown really since the late 1970s, and will have an investment of a little over $52 million in total. Occupancy is scheduled for the spring of 2019, so about 2 years away from now the project will be completely done. And once the site is fully developed, we'll be replacing a surface parking lot that's been here for over 45 years. So we're excited about this project, but we're also very thankful to all the teammates that helped us bring this project into reality. With these details out of the way, I'd like to thank a few individuals and organizations that have been particularly helpful on this project. And if you'll indulge me for just a minute or two, I'd like to thank the Jim Gilmore Jr. Foundation, who was the previous owner, and I think they deserve a round of applause. Chris Shook and the entire leadership team at the Jim Gilmore Jr. Foundation supported this tirelessly for year after year, and without their assistance, I'm confident this project wouldn't be happening today. So Chris and Gilmore folks, thank you very much. One more small point, but not small in terms of significance at all, that I want to make about the Jim Gilmore Jr. Foundation. We've tried to publicize this, but their mission since Jim's unfortunate passing has been to reinvest in downtown Kalamazoo and support it. So even with Jim's unfortunate passing, that foundation continues to give back to the community, and this project will help unlock some funds to continue that mission. And so again, my hat's off to everyone at Gilmore, and thank you very much. I'd also like to thank the City of Kalamazoo, Mayor Hopewell, City Manager Jim Ritzma, City Commission, Jerome Kiscorny with the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, and many, many staff members that have worked with us tirelessly to try to find a way to make this project happen. So I'd like to thank the city for all of their hard work. I'd also like to thank the Downtown Development Authority and DKI, who also were early supporters of this project. They're offshoots of the city, but they've played some special roles on this project, and I thank them as well. As anyone in our business can attest, these projects require multiple layers of financing to work in these urban environments, and this project has received consistent and repetitive support from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. Sarah and Emily and others on their staff have been advocates for this project for a long time, so I'd like to thank them for their strong support for this project. We have two commercial lenders on this project I'd like to thank, in addition to Perry and Chemical Bank, who have been involved with this since day one. I'd also like to thank Jim Barnum and Old National Bank for their participation. I know Jim's here today. Thank you guys. And I'd also like to thank Travis Grimwood with Chemical Bank, who's been very involved in this project as well. I'm on the back nine, so please bear with me. Bison Associates, Kalamazoo-based architectural and engineering firm, who's done an excellent job designing this project. I'd like to thank Jim Escamilla and his entire team. And I'd also like to thank Orion Construction, who brought expertise in vertical construction. They've done many of these projects around the state, and we're looking forward to working with the whole Orion team to see this building go vertical. So thank you, Roger and John and everyone at Orion that's been on the team. Andy, I don't have to ask if I'm forgetting people because I know I'm forgetting probably hundreds.
You're fine. Keep going.
But I want to thank anyone and everyone who's been involved in this project and supported it over the last 6.5 to 7 years. This, again, has been a team sport for us, and it wouldn't have happened without a lot of support in this community. I think having projects like this happen in a community like Kalamazoo is in large part because of the character and the mindset in Kalamazoo. So thank you, anyone who I didn't name specifically. And then I also want to, on a personal level, thank a few people that have been working on this project for quite some time. Jack Hopkins with Jack Hopkins Consulting. Jack, thank you for all your effort on this project. I'd like to thank my family members for the support that they've given me over these years, specifically my wife Lori, who we're celebrating our 27th anniversary today. We were married up at Stephen Catholic. Thank you, Lori. And I'd also like to take a moment to particularly recognize my partners on this project, Archie Leach and Jeff Nicholson, who, without their talents and resources and efforts over the last 2 years, this project would never have happened. So I'd like to thank Jeff and Archie. Andy, believe it or not, I think I'm done with the thank yous. Would you like to make a couple of remarks?
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, it's a great day in Kalamazoo, huh? All right. And I would have to say persistence has definitely ruled the day today. So we've been involved with this project for about coming up on 2 years. Greg's been involved with the project, as many of you know, for much longer than that. And persistence is what makes these things happen. You know, it's tough to pull a project like this together. There's a lot of different parts and pieces and things that have to come around, and a lot of times it takes time to do that. And so we're happy to be a part of the project. And I would just like to say, I'll be brief, on behalf of Jeff Nicholson and his family, Archie Leach and his family, and the whole PlazaCorp team. We're proud to be here, proud to be investing here in Kalamazoo, and really just we're proud to be part of the cornerstone here at right here at downtown Kalamazoo at Roseland, Michigan. So without further ado, I may have some further comments as we go through, but it's my pleasure to be introducing parties along the way. And so first and foremost, we'd like to have our mayor, Bobby Hopewell, say a few words.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello. How's Kalamazoo today?
Great.
You should be doing great. Absolutely. Let me first recognize a couple of my colleagues that work hard for this city every single day. We certainly have Commissioner David Anderson, my friend and neighbor and commissioner, and the vice mayor of our city, Dr. Don Cooney. Where are you, Don? There he is. He's a tired vice mayor. I was in Iceland for about 7 days, and he covered every single thing that I had to do, so I didn't want to see him. I think this is the first day I've seen him since I've been back, and he's okay. So let me, before I make any formal remarks, let me just say, when I was a baby mayor, at 46 years old, I was excited about an opportunity that came to our city. And so you fast forward today, and I want to tell you, because as a mayor, I'm supposed to do this, I take full responsibility for fast-tracking this project to today. But here we are. So if you see, as we saw Greg Taylor up here, and he's trying not to float away because he's so excited about being at this point. I saw Chris Shook walk up to me with the biggest smile. You know, Chris has a big smile. I don't think it's ever been bigger. This is an exciting day. In this spot, a few years from now, 130 apartments, as you heard, retail opportunities, offices, but moreover, an impact on our city unlike any that we've seen, I shouldn't say any, unlike that we've seen in recent years. 15 stories on a corner, but not just any corner. So when I was in baby mayor school at Harvard with Mayor O'Reilly from Charlotte, he said something to me and the rest of our group that were there trying to learn how to do this job, that as mayors, it's your job to protect your corners. Work to improve your corners. Because corners are where people intersect with your community. So at this corner, we have a 4-way stop. Well, maybe 3-way, because one way is one way. So 3-way stop. Yeah, whatever. And those are the moments where people get to look around and see what you're doing, look around and see what your town is all about. And having a parking lot full of cars is not what Kalamazoo is all about. It's not. We are a masterpiece. We absolutely are, and this adds to the masterpiece. We talked about this back when this was proposed, and I fast-tracked it. We talked about this being, the horizon changing? Is that sort of the word we use? Well, from that time on, even though it took a little time, we moved from 10 stories to 15 stories now. So absolutely, how our community looks when you come into this town is going to change. It's going to change. Yeah, you'll like it too. You can get an apartment if you want. We are going to have 225 construction jobs, about 80 full-time jobs there, and many different people living and working in this structure, bringing more vibrancy, more opportunities, more connections to our city. I want to say a couple thank yous as well. Our Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, if any of our Brownfield Redevelopment Authority members, would you wave your hands? These folks help bring greatness to parcels that we lose track of a little bit. Yeah. My colleagues on the DDA, where are you? So it's their job to move to downtown every single day with our new president, Andy Hahn. Appreciate him. Michigan Economic Development Corporation, we want you here more, but we're glad you're here on this project, but we look forward to doing more business with you in the future. Where you at? There you are. Thank you. But I also want to thank our team at the city, Jim Ritzema, our city manager, who is doing an outstanding job, Jerome Kiscorny, who runs our economic development efforts. We have no stronger champions for moving our city forward than those two gentlemen and their staffs. If you'd recognize them, I certainly would appreciate it. So as I close out here, again, I want to just say congratulations to all of us, especially you two gentlemen, and the opportunity and work that will come. I want to say that this is a great day to be in this city. We are always about the possible. We are always about how we can make this place better. And today is our opportunity to continue to do that. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And next to the podium is our esteemed Congressman Fred Upton. Glad to be here today in Kalamazoo.
Well, I know we got a lot of speakers today, and I don't want to put this project behind another day. So I'm going to keep my remarks short. Bobby, congratulations. Assembling a great team where people want to be. That's important. For me, I had the opportunity to know Jim Gilmore pretty well. And I also knew Ted Cooper, who loved this community. As I look at the Radisson across the street, he said, you cannot have a vibrant community without a downtown that flourishes. I look at a lot of congressional districts, they've got cities that are empty. Brownfields have destroyed them. People aren't there, they decided to go someplace else. Not Kalamazoo. This team, led by the mayor and our economic folks, it's going to be terrific. I can remember sitting in Jim's office, Jim Escamina's office a few months ago, maybe a year ago, talking about this project and what could I do to help. And and I made the phone calls, and we're making sure that there's no glitches the rest of the way. So I want to say thank you. It's going to be a great day in Kalamazoo, just like it's a great day to be a Bronco. How did I miss that? Where's John Dunn? He hasn't left yet, I know. But congratulations, all of you. The vision is here. The jobs are here. The love and compassion is here. We're all for this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fred. And from the governor's office, we have Ann Armstrong Cusack. Thank you for being here today.
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. I'm the governor's West Michigan and Southwest Michigan liaison, and we love cranes. Look at that crane. Governor Snyder is all about relentless positive action, and from what I understand, this project embodies relentless positive action. And it takes that commitment from all the players that we've seen, from the city, the downtown development, Downtown Kalamazoo Inc., Southwest Michigan First, businesses, all the partnerships that make this come together, including the MEDC, and we hope there will be more projects in Kalamazoo as well. So Governor Snyder talks about Michigan being the comeback state, and it's energy and collaboration like this, projects like this, that make Michigan the comeback state. And as we've heard from previous speakers, Mayor Hopewell talked about the art of the possible. 10 years ago, this wouldn't have been, or 15 years ago, this wouldn't have been thought of as possible. But with all the vision and the creativity of the people of Kalamazoo, it is possible. And I could see that this will continue to catalyze all the great things that are happening in Kalamazoo. I think about the great renovation of the park, the commitment of the county coming downtown. There's a blend of the historic and the new, and that's what our young people are really all about. As well as the anchor partners that are in the downtown, Western Michigan's School of Medicine, Bronson, Kalamazoo Valley Community College. It takes all that energy to keep Kalamazoo moving forward and being the regional asset that it is and will continue to be. So on behalf of Governor Snyder, I'm just delighted to be here, and he would have loved to see all this energy, enthusiasm, partnership, and a crane. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ann. And next on the docket from Senator O'Brien's office, and she wished she could be here, but she had another commitment that she had to attend to out of town today. Joyce Yoon from Senator O'Brien's office.
Good afternoon. My name is Joyce Yoon, and I serve as Senator O'Brien's district representative. I would like to convey her sincere regards. She unfortunately is unable to attend due to an unexpected personal matter, but I know she wanted me to convey her excitement and anticipation for this transformational project. The potential for this investment to revitalize downtown Kalamazoo and contribute to continued growth in our community cannot be overstated. The Exchange Building will repurpose a piece of prime property into a hub of housing, parking, and commercial space that will utilize the space to its most full potential. It is an honor to stand with fellow leaders in recognizing the merits of this vital project. We are very excited to mark the beginning of a new chapter for downtown Kalamazoo. Thank you for including all of us in this special ceremony. We look forward to watching this process and seeing the final product have a tremendous impact on Kalamazoo County in the years to come. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Joyce. And next on the speakers list is our representative here locally, John Hoadley. John?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Excellent. So, my name's John Hoadley. I am so excited to be here because the Exchange Project is the embodiment of the work that and the values of Kalamazoo. You know, we've always believed here in people-centered projects. And this is a visible reminder of when we put people first and we invest in our communities, we can make amazing projects happen. And you all did that. This is the example of a strong and effective partnership between government, our agencies working together, and the private sector stepping up to make sure that we have a few things known. That jobs matter here, that our downtowns matter here, and that working together makes a difference. So to everyone that is building this project, I wish the men and women a safe build. To all the folks that are involved in the project, I say thank you for your time, your talent, and your creativity. And to the community that's going to get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, I wish much success. So thank you.
Thank you very much, John. And next up, Brandt Iden, our representative to the south.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to introduce just a couple folks that accidentally got missed, and that is my colleague Beth Griffin from Van Buren County, represents Kalamazoo County as well, and Representative David Maturin in the back in the State House. Greg, what a day. What a day. So I woke up this morning and I was thinking to myself, what should I say? And the words that came to mind were the words of the great Vince Lombardi. And Vince Lombardi said, success is not measured by one's strength or one's knowledge, but rather his will.